Hi everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So we are getting ready to jump into kind of a heavy video. So I want to show you something to start the video off with, so we'll have a little bit of some joy. Okay? So there's Mama Cat. There's Mama Cat. She's taking a break from her babies. And here are the babies. They're all sleeping. They're so sweet. Okay, enough of that. We need to get serious now. But they're so cute. Okay, weren't they cute? So I just want to say this, just to start off, this isn't me lashing out at haters or anything. It's just me saying, if you don't like me, I don't know why you're watching me. I don't understand it. And I just want you to feel peace. I want you to have peace in your heart and in your life. So if you don't like me, if I irk you, if you don't enjoy my content, I don't understand why you're here. You don't have to watch me. No one is holding a gun to your head. Just go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to watch my video. It is totally okay. All right? Go find someone else. I mean, Lord knows there's plenty of YouTubers I can't stand, but I do this weird thing where I just don't watch them. And you can do that too. You can. You really can. So like I said, bye-bye. Shoo. Yeah. Skedaddle. All right. So that being said, it's time to get serious. So this video is going to be about the 2 Kansas moms that went missing at the end of March, and where we are today with that case. So but I need to grab my laptop, so if you can just forgive me for one moment, I am so sorry. Okay, so here we go. So 2 Kansas mothers, 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly, left Kansas to pick up Veronica's children in Oklahoma and reported missing at the end of March 2024. On March 30th, Texas County, Oklahoma Sheriff's Department posted a missing poster on social media. On March 31st, Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation announced they were asked to assist in investigating the suspicious disappearance. The car the ladies were last seen driving was found abandoned near Highway 95 in Texas County, in the state's panhandle between Kansas and Texas, about 3 miles from their destination. So not far. It wasn't a far drive anyway. I think it was 16 miles from point A to point B. The OBI, Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation, stated that they found evidence that indicated foul play based on a recent search of the abandoned vehicle. Early in the investigation, it was unclear what the connection between the 2 women was. Jillian Kelly is a pastor's wife in Kansas, and she was accompanying Veronica Butler as an acquaintance in a supervisory role to pick up Veronica's 2 children, a 6-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son, in Eva, Oklahoma, to celebrate her daughter's birthday. So we learned later on in the investigation that she was serving in a supervisory position, and we'll get into that more in a few minutes. On April 13th, police arrested 4 people in connection to the women's disappearance. Each suspect was being held on 2 counts of first-degree unaliving, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit unaliving in the first degree. On April 14th, Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation announced that 2 bodies were recovered in rural Texas County and were taken to the medical examiner's office for identification. Shortly after, the remains were positively identified as Veronica and Jillian. 43-year-old Tad Burt Cullum, 54-year-old Tiffany Michelle Adams, who is the paternal grandmother of Veronica's children, 50-year-old Cole Earl Twombly, and 44-year-old Cora Twombly are the 4 suspects arrested. The paternal grandmother and Veronica were involved in a custody battle, and the children's father, Wrangler Rickman, I'm sorry. I'm not going to laugh at, I'm sorry. Okay. I'll be grown up. Wrangler Rickman was at a rehab facility in Oklahoma City when Veronica and Jillian initially went missing. I had heard just in the YouTubes, and you know, they're not always reliable, that he was in jail. So I'm not sure. Maybe he was forced into rehab as a condition of being arrested for something. I could not really find any details about that, but maybe when we get into these articles I'm going to read in a little bit, we'll learn more about that. Wrangler had custody of the children, and Veronica could see them every Saturday under court-ordered supervision. So I wonder why that was the conditions, because usually things have to be pretty severe for the mother to not have custody, especially for the mother to need supervised visitation. So I kind of wonder what the details are around that, because this Wrangler guy, just from what I've seen of him online, I've gone and looked at his social media and stuff, he's no prize. He is no prize. So I'm just kind of wondering what went on there. Cheryl Brune usually supervised the visits, but she was unavailable on that Saturday. So Jillian Kelly stepped in to supervise the visit. She was someone that she had known, that Veronica had known from church. She was the pastor's wife. Veronica was going to pick her children up, or when Veronica was going to pick her children up, she left at 10 a.m. on March 30th. It's about, again, a 16-mile drive to pick the children up. And Veronica's family called the police at 12:09 when Veronica hadn't returned home for a birthday party they were having for Veronica's daughter. Police found blood on the roadway, and they also found Veronica's glasses and a broken hammer south of where the vehicle was abandoned. Veronica's attorney informed the police and Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation that a court hearing was scheduled on April 17th, and it was likely Veronica would receive unsupervised visits with her children. Wrangler Rickman's grandmother, Debbie Knox Davis, told the Bureau that in February that Wrangler told her that they wouldn't have to worry about the custody battle, that his mom, Tiffany Adams, had it under control, and that we will take care of Veronica at drop-off. Again, that was in February. And Wrangler, of course, denies that conversation. And in a lot of the information I've been reading, there's suggestion that there's another person involved that hasn't been arrested yet, and I wonder if that's Wrangler. But again, we'll learn more as we read these articles. The Bureau interviewed the teen daughter of Cora Twombly, and she told the Bureau that her mother, Cole Twombly, Tiffany Adams, and Tad Cullum, and one other person. Who was that other person? One other person were involved in Veronica and Jillian's deaths. This teenage girl also mentioned another attempt by the same group to kill Veronica in February in Hugoton, Kansas, which was unsuccessful, obviously. The four suspects are allegedly part of a pathetic anti-government group calling themselves God's Misfits. Okay, so now I'm going to read a couple articles, which I will also link below. Some information I just shared will be repeated, but just bear with me. I think it's important to share these articles. So let's get these. So this first article, it's bond denied for 4 God's Misfits defendants in the killing of 2 Kansas women. An Oklahoma judge ordered public defenders to represent 4 members of an anti-government group who appeared in court Wednesday on charges of kidnapping and killing 2 Kansas women. Oh, they're anti-government. They shouldn't want public defenders, because public defenders are, that's I'm just saying. The judge also entered not guilty pleas and denied bail for Tiffany Adams, 54, and her boyfriend, Tad Cullum, 43, both of Keys, Oklahoma, as well as Cole and Cora Twombly of Texhoma, Oklahoma. Texas County Associate District Judge Clark Jett assigned the Oklahoma Indigent Defense System to represent all 4 defendants. OIDS Executive Director Tim Laughlin told the Associated Press. Laughlin declined to comment about any details of the case or the defendant, citing his agency's policy. The reason we don't comment is to protect our clients' privileges and our clients' interests throughout the trial process. Those pigs don't deserve any kind of privacy, but that's just me. All four are charged with first-degree unaliving, kidnapping, and conspiracy in the killing of 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly of Hugoton, Kansas, who disappeared on May 30th while driving to Oklahoma to pick up Butler's children and attend a birthday party. During an interview with investigators, Adams, the children's grandmother, admitted she was responsible for the deaths of Butler and Kelly, according to a prosecutor's motion for the defendants to be held without bond. Adams, Cullum, Cora, and Call have resources sufficient to organize and execute a complex murder, OSBI Lieutenant Amy Gates wrote in an affidavit. Therefore, they also have the resources to flee if given the opportunity. Adams and Cullum also owned numerous firearms, and Cullum had a rifle, ammunition, body armor, and a go bag prepared at his home, the affidavit says. Authorities say Adams and Butler were in the middle of a bitter custody battle. Kelly, a pastor's wife, went along with Butler as a court-approved observer to supervise the visit. Because remember, they were supervised visitation on those Saturdays. They never showed up for the party, setting off a 2-week search that ended with the two couples' arrest on Saturday and the discovery of the bodies on Sunday. Arrest affidavits painted a gruesome picture of the scene where the women's car was found not far from the rural highway intersection where Butler had arranged to pick up her son and daughter from Adams. Investigators found blood on the road and Butler's glasses near a broken hammer. According to a witness who spoke to Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation agents, all four suspects were part of an anti-government group that had a religious affiliation. I'm sorry, it's not funny. The affidavit said they called themselves God's misfits. Baby, God don't want any of you. I'm just telling you that right now. And held regular meetings at the home of the Twombleys and another couple who Adams said watched the children the day the women disappeared. Relatives of Tad Cullum and the Twombleys have not returned phone messages seeking comment. Tiffany Adams' stepmother, Elise Adams, said she had no information to share. And that article was written by Sean Murray. Okay, now we're going to move over here. I want to read this one to you if I am able to. Oh, it looks like it's not gonna. Let me see if I could find it. Okay. Kansas women Veronica. Okay, I'm not going to be able to read that article because it just does not want to open for me. Was this the one? I have so many articles open. OSBI, missing Kansas women dead, 4 facing charges. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation provided a few new details during an update on the case of 2 Kansas women on Monday morning. KSN News has been following this story since the beginning. Authorities confirmed 2 bodies were recovered in rural Texas County on Sunday. The bodies were transported to the medical examiner's office to determine their identification as well as the manner of death. On Tuesday, the bodies were identified as 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly, who went missing on Saturday, March 30th, after never making it to a pickup location to get the children. During the news conference on Monday, KSN News learned that the children were safe. Really, whoever they're with, they're not safe. The OSBI was also asked if Veronica and Jillian were alive. No, Hunter McGee, OSBI Public Information Officer, said. Various agencies expressed their condolences to the families of Butler and Kelly in the press conference. The OSBI said evidence discovered in the abandoned car that the women were traveling in helped disclose that foul play was involved. What was in the vehicle and around it, we cannot discuss, McKee said. News Nation reported last week, according to sources, police believe Butler and Kelly had been shot and blood was found near the abandoned vehicle. McKee added that there were no suspects at large after the 4 arrests on Saturday. He wanted to emphasize that the public is not in danger. Tad Cullum, Tiffany Adams, Cole Twombly, and Cora Twombly were booked on suspicion of 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. All 4 are being held without bond in the Texas County Jail and are scheduled to make an initial court appearance Wednesday morning, said Texas County Clerk Renee Ellis. And so they did make an appearance in court, and families of both young ladies were there, and they were speaking their mind. I mean, they weren't yelling and being crazy, but they were not holding back. They let loose whatever they were allowed to let loose. Okay, I just read the article about bond being denied for them. If I can find footage, I'll insert it here. Okay, so I also, I found some court documents. I'm trying to clean them up so we could read them better. But I will either put them up on my Instagram or I'll find some way to make them available to you. But anyway, that's it for this. I hope this video was helpful. I threw it together really fast because I wanted to make sure I talked about this. Usually I take a lot more time with my videos, but it was very important that I talk about this. Oh, the Kansas City Star. That was the article I wanted. Okay. Eric might know this. Kansas City Star. Eric's from Kansas City. Okay, I don't want to... Kansas City Star, you should just give us free access. Okay, well, that's it. I wanted to ask Eric a question about the Kansas City Star, but I guess I'm not going to be able to. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I know it wasn't enjoyable. It's a gruesome situation. But anyway, that's it. God's Misfits. Yeah, it's just another white trash tweaker group. I got that from Police Off the Cuff or whatever that channel is called. I love those guys. I love it whenever, whoever he has on there is always so great. But, whew. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to everyone later. Bye.